Video title, Navigating Job Loss, Lessons in Resilience and Growth. Hey everyone, today I want to share something really personal with you. I recently went through the difficult experience of getting fired from my job, and let me tell you, it was a tough pill to swallow. We're going to talk about how I broke the news to my wife, the financial adjustments we had to make, those awkward family conversations, and how all of this has ultimately made me a better person. Let's get into it. The initial shock of job loss. So here's how it all went down. I was at work, and out of nowhere, I got called into the boss office. The moment they broke the news, it felt like the ground dropped out from under my feet. I was in shock, just sitting there like, is this really happening? My mind raced with fears about the future. My self-worth plummeted. I mean, losing a job can feel like losing a part of yourself, right? I went home that day feeling heavy, grappling with the emotional aftermath of being let go. It's a strange mix of disbelief and worry that I wouldn't wish on anyone, but it's something many of us will face at some point in our lives. Having the conversation with my wife. Once the reality set in, the next hurdle was delivering the news to my wife. I remember pacing around the house, trying to find the right moment. Eventually, I just sat her down and took a deep breath. So, we need to talk. Her look of concern said it all. I told her what happened, and to my surprise, she was really understanding. She could see how shaken I was. We talked about it, and we recognized that this wasn't just my job loss. It affected both of us. The importance of clear, honest communication in relationships can't be overstated, especially during tough times. Having that support made a significant difference in how I processed everything. Financial reality check. Now let's get real about finances. The moment I said I'd been let go, my brain went into full-on panic mode about money. Bills were piling up, and we had to face the reality that we'd need to cut back on spending. We looked at our budget and all the little luxuries we took for granted, like dining out or streaming subscriptions. Those things had to go for a bit. It wasn't easy to adjust to a new financial reality. I felt pressure not only to find a new job, but to do it quickly. Every time I looked at the grocery bill or my bank account, it served as a reminder of my situation. The emotional toll of that adjustment was heavy, but we started planning together, prioritizing what was truly necessary and making sure we stuck to our plan. The uncomfortable family conversations. Then came the family conversations. I think telling loved ones can often be the hardest part. I had to sit down with my family and explain the whole situation. I knew they'd worry, and I didn't want to add to that stress. As I shared my news, I braced for their responses. Surprisingly, they voiced their concern, but they also offered heaps of support. It was bittersweet. I hated to worry them, but their willingness to help reminded me that I wasn't alone in this. We talked about strategies for getting through this tough time, and those conversations, though awkward, helped me feel connected and supported. It's wild how facing hard truths can actually pull family bonds closer together. Growth and self-reflection. Now, let's talk about the flip side of this experience. In the midst of uncertainty, I found myself digging deep. I began reflecting on what I truly wanted from my career and life. I used this time to learn new skills online, explore hobbies I had set aside, and even went to some networking events. It was all about turning this setback into a setup for a comeback. I realized I was becoming more resilient, adapting to new challenges, and discovering parts of myself I'd forgotten about. It's incredible how tough moments can lead to profound personal growth when you embrace them. Moving forward, the path to recovery. As I moved forward from this experience, I stayed focused on finding the positives. I set clear goals for my job hunt and committed to staying positive. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that setbacks can turn into valuable lessons. So, for anyone facing something similar, remember, stay strong and keep pushing forward. Conclusion. So, to wrap it all up, losing my job was undoubtedly tough, yet it led to valuable lessons in resilience, communication, and personal growth. If you've been through something similar, I'd love to hear your stories. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to hear more about personal journeys like mine. Until next time, take care.